right, Gabe. So,
Yeah?
tell me the review of the ride,
Oh,
or this part. Talk to
ride.
me.
Oh, sorry. So this is the Tron ride. It is super big, super amazing. Like you cannot like watch YouTube videos and just be like, oh yeah. No, you have to come here and visit it. It's just out of this world. It's like the whole park is out of this world. It's so designed so well, so futuristic. It's not like the original Tomorrowland that it is anymore, and it just feels so new and fresh. It still adds in the original of Disneyland, but just in this new reshaped way. And I gotta give it to the designer of this place. Who did it? Like, did a spectacular job. So it is super miraculous, and it's just so amazing.
The ride's really smooth.
Yes, that is
because
true.
it's like newer. It's not as bumpy as like some Disney rides can be. So it's like very smooth.
Because of the new technology that they use, and it's just.
This is what Disney forgot. The moment when you feel totally enveloped and notice the building's unique design, the lighting and the music that takes your mind beyond the ordinary. This is the feeling that Imagineers live for. But I believe Disney isn't conveying this feeling of magic and wonder because of the limitations we see in the new additions to the theme parks and the seeming lack of immersion. For the last couple of years, Disney parks have been heavily criticized. People have enjoyed places like Galaxy's Edge for the exceptional immersion and for the attention to detail. However, it is equally criticized for the high price tag for enjoying the experiences and how Galaxy's Edge takes place in the sequel trilogy. Additionally, people were seriously unimpressed with Avengers Campus for similar reasons, mainly because it felt like a lack of distinction in architecture and a lack of variety in the land's attractions. According to reporting from Walt Disney World News Today, after Galaxy's Edge went over budget and schedule, leadership became more cautious about large-scale projects. And when Imagineers want to make more unique and creative expansions, they have to work within the limitations of an IP. Disney executives believe that in order to make a new expansion to the theme parks, you have to tie it to an IP or a movie. And there's nothing wrong with that. As I showed in my video at the beginning, people can really like a theme park being tied to an IP. The difference is the creative use of the IP or film, such as Tomorrowland in Shanghai. The whole area isn't just a movie tie-in, it's visually unique, making sure it has its own identity. But you might say, well, Gabe, you've overused that example. And you're right, so let's use a more recent example, Galaxy's Edge. At first glance, Galaxy's Edge sounds like it contradicts my argument, but it actually proves it. I love how this area isn't tied to any specific planet. Instead, it's its own area and place in the Star Wars universe, and even guests and cast members to tell their own story in the world of Star Wars. Now, with the new set to become CEO of Disney, Josh DeMuro, who was the president of the theme parks of Disney, would signal that Imagineer is saved, and with the changes in Galaxy's Edge and the new additions to Avengers Campus, would add to that sentiment. However, it's more complicated than that. Josh DeMuro was a part of the Avengers Campus and Galaxy's Edge projects, which, as stated before, has been controversial. For now, as for me, I'll wait and see if his new additions will define if Imagineering has returned. Regarding the changes to Galaxy's Edge and Avengers Campus, well, it proves that Disney is listening. But are they reacting to the criticism? It's great that Galaxy's Edge is set to the original trilogy and that Avengers Campus is adding new rides, but in that time frame, a brand new theme park has opened, Universal's Epic Universe. And with Epic Universe, early reactions to the theme park have been calling it one of the best. People love Super Nintendo World, Isles of Berk, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and Universal Monsters Dark Universe. But people have also loved Celestial Park, with the Stardust Racers and unique theming not being tied to an IP. Throughout the entire land, people have felt transported away and truly immersed in the theme park. I can attest to some of this, as I love the theming of Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood, the cheerful music, the animatronics making the world feel alive, and the interactive objects found throughout. I can't attest to Epic Universe's theming, but I hope to visit soon to share my thoughts with you all. Disney can build IP lands. The real question is whether Disney still prioritizes the feeling of immersion that made it magical in the first place. Because that feeling that video that I showed in the beginning, is one that defined Disney in the first place. My hope is, with all the recent changes at Disney, they will be able to capture that feeling again. And I hope it's not only for the new parks, but also eventually expands to the older parts of the theme parks like Tomorrowland. So here's to hoping that Disney Imagineering can get the magic again. Thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you all in the next one.